All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends and share the link with whoever you know. Today, our topic is about Shia, and we always talk. Usually, we talk about Sunni because they present the majority of Muslim population. Uh, but Sunni is many sect too, same as Shia. Shia is not one sect, but all roads lead to Rome. Shia are people who really worship the family of Muhammad, specifically the family of Ali, starting from Ali and his children. The Shia, they have many beliefs. In Arabic, we call them batin wa zahir, which mean outside belief and inside belief. Shia, they practice taqiyya as daily bread and breakfast, which mean when a Shia he says something to you about his religion, does not mean he mean it. As an example, there is a person, all of you know, his name is Imam Tawhidi. Imam Tawhidi is a great example of Shiaism. Professional liars, and he is willing to say anything to make you happy. Anything. Just use your imagination. He is willing to say to you that the caliphate were criminals. He will say to you, there is Muslims who commit a crime, blah, 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 but he will not dare to say the truth, which is what Shia believe, that they already believe in violence too. So, they have a very sneaky way, the Shia, in order to deceive you and make you believe in something how far away from what they believe. So they have two belief. They have outside belief and they have an inside belief. Outside is what you will hear from them. What I stand for is stabilizing or establishing, sorry, a global peace. That is the big fat lie. Ali, the one who he followed, he was the biggest criminal ever in history. Actually, Ali, he killed more people than Muhammad himself. So the guy who want to establish peace, he follow Ali. You see how they lie? Condemning terrorism, Ali, he burned people alive. Ali, he burned people alive. Gender equality, the Shia believe in renting women, the same as the Muslim Sunni. The Shia believe that a man, he can beat a woman. Tolerance and love, absolutely, to the point Shia and Muslims, they kill each other until today. The whole war we see in Syria and Iraq is about Shia and Sunni. The whole war we see in Yemen is about Shia and Sunni. The whole war it's happening in Pakistan and it's about Shia and Sunni. Everything and Afghanistan it's Shia and Sunni, but they believe in tolerance and love. And if we ask this guy where he got this from, this is why he will never dare to even get close to me. We offer him to debate me, but he wanna join David Wood. You know, I'm not lucky. David Wood, everybody wanna join him, but nobody wanna join me. So today we have a sister who she is an ex-Muslim. She asked me if she can call, and I will let her present herself. She is from Iran, and she will call soon, and we will hear some of her story, and then we will continue our conversation. So please invite your friends. And if you are a Muslim, feel free to post a comment. Remember, our teaching is not about against Muslim; it's against Islam and against scholars and liars, or they claim to be leaders or imam, etc., but they lie to us. We are here to fight lies, as simple as it is. We will call our sister here and see if she is on ready. If you look with me in the screen, enhancing education. Shia society is the most behind cave time society, and then Shia, they speak about education. All right, I think our sister, her name here, Shahbaz. I don't know. So we will call her. Let's see. Shahnaz, sorry. Shahinaz, I think. Hello?
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Is my voice okay?
I think your voice is fine for me, and I hope it's fine for everybody. Uh, we were talking about the Shia, as we, like you asked me, because you are coming from a Shia background yourself. So before we start
Sure.
talking, maybe you can, present yourself, who you are, what you used to be, etc. And you can give only give information which you feel comfortable to give, please.
Thank you. So first of all, I think I hear myself double.
I lost
Can
you.
you hear me double too, or?
I lost you. Okay, go ahead. Say again.
Okay, so I have a really good connection. So, but I just want to know if you hear me double or not.
No, I hear you
Because
fine. I hear you fine.
Okay, sorry. So first of all, I want to thank you, Christian Prince, for doing this, because obviously I have no a public channel or anything. I didn't inspire to have one, but you take a lot of time and you're very humble. So I want to thank you for not caring about fame or anything, and just as someone asks you something really in a random place, like, can you speak about certain issues that's really important, you just said yes right away. I think that's awesome. And I'm really I feel honored to speak with a person with such a heart. Um, about me, I was a born Muslima child. I mean, like, I never chose to be one or be born in a family or in a society that would dictate Islam as the norm, not as a choice. So I went to a Islamic school in the Middle East, and from in Iran, this is where I was born, and from a very young age, I remember creeds like "Marg bar Israel" and "Marg bar America," which is held to, or death to America and death to Israel, and certain stuff. But as a very early age, my mom shunned Islam because it was just in before that, it was some kind of a cultural Islam that Iranians didn't know. They thought it was such a good thing, and you would kiss the Quran and you would put it aside and everything, but you would try to be your inherently, created person that God created to be good, in a, in a fashion or sort. They try to be good people. But in the 40 years ago, Islam came to Iran as some kind of a modern. It was modernized by Khomeini, and it was a very different concept. But so Shia Islam for me as a person, of my background, my mom kind of was in a very caliphate kind of, in the name of republic, but caliphate kind of way, came into Iran, and we flee Iran. So my background is just 8 years in a country that was Islamic. After that, my mom went totally, she said, if this is God, because in Iran you say Khoda Hafiz, which means may God be your protector. When you say bye, that's our bye. And I remember that I was 16 or something. I said that to my mom, but we were already in Europe living here. And she said, may a dog be my protector, but not God. So that was how angry she was at Allah, because she read the Quran and she was like, and the Hadith as much as she could. And was very rare in that time to see what, what this whole thing was. Why was everything changing? The universities, she wanted to go study law, but that was just, closed up for 2 years. Everything was closed off, and she would hear the most strange things ever. And so she left Islam, and we flee Islam, my mom and brother and my dad, to the West. So after that, I like started like going, yeah, as any other kid going to school, but particularly I went to a Christian school, which was really awesome for me. But then again, after an age of 18, I traveled back to Iran, and I was really interested in the Middle East and the culture, the classical culture, because it was all intertwined with Islam. So I started this whole path on Sufism and Molavi and Shams and all these people, which was all from the East, Far East, influences from the Far East, but it sounded like better than Islam. It sounded some kind of a self-actualization through, you know, spiritual practice of some sort. But then again, Islam, after studied like the last 7 years, I've been listening to people like loads of people like David Wood and other people, and I've, you know, come to understand real Islam through people in the West, which is awesome. And then I came across you, and I was like, the things that you say and the things that you know about Islam is so deep. It's so deeply, I mean, like, it's not that Islam is deep, but you go deep into the to the adultery, to everything that is really, if people would know this, Iranian people would know this, actually what you're saying, it will just like kill a lot of it for them. In their minds, at least in even 1 hour. So I'm really excited because I think a lot of people could listen to this after the translation and actually come to see what, like, who was Khadija. Like, so I just want to go with your title because I saw that you changed the title to Shia Islam. So you are, you know, free to start whatever you want to start with. And I have a lot of questions about Shia too, so we can do that in that format if you like to.
No,
So
I
this was
promise
my
you. I promise you. Don't tell me. Actually, you wanted to tell me the topic. I said, don't tell me. Right? Just give me the question. So
yes.
I keep my promise.
Yeah.
What is your question? Go ahead. No problem.
Yes. Okay. So, in Iran, we have this very weird concept about Khadija. We think we have been, you know, taught this for years now, decades, that she was a very, we say woman. She was a very good woman. She was very articulate, but also very learned, and she was very rich, as she was his Muhammad's first wife. And I like you to start about her character in the most detailed way, fashion that you can, because I think that's that's a huge lie, one of the lies.
You see, first of all, you know, always Shia and Sunni, both of them, they share the same thing, that we have to praise anything touched or live with Muhammad, even if it's a cat. So anything around Muhammad, belong to Muhammad, owned by Muhammad, have to be praised. Except the Shia, they always insult Aisha, and the reason for that, Aisha, she took an army after Muhammad's death to kill Ali, and that make her rejected by the Shia, and they curse her in every prayer. So Khadija, the same as the rest of other women, she was supposedly something special for Muhammad, because all the women of Muhammad are special. But here, you know, the Shia, because when they focus in insulting Aisha, they try to focus in to make themselves look better. Look, you see, we insult Aisha, we attack Aisha, but look, we respect very much Khadija. So the point of respecting Khadija so much is not really because they care for Khadija as much as to cover up their insult to the wife of Muhammad, which is his favorite child wife.
So Goli, right?
Sorry?
We in Iran we say so Goli, which is the favorite wife, the favorite.
Yeah, the favorite, because she's a child. You know, Muhammad, he liked to have sex with his children. So she is his favorite. This is why Muhammad, he said he favor Aisha the same as he favor a dish than other dish, which means this is his favorite dish. So Muhammad, he consider all women are dishes, and Aisha is the favorite dish. Yeah. So when the Muslims, they say, and the Shia, they say that Khadija is a very special woman. Well, all the women of Muhammad are special, because Khadija, the important about her, she is very rich, even though she is old. But Muhammad, he used her money and her, let us say, position in the society, so he can be called like a master. So a person who was no one, poor, have no home. Muhammad don't have a house even. He was a son, he's an orphan. Actually, most likely nobody knows really who is real father of Muhammad, and there's many evidence about that. And I believe strongly, this is my own belief, the real father of Muhammad is Waraq bin Nawfal. And this is why you
Wow.
see the story of Khadija always attached to Waraq bin Nawfal, who is a cousin to Khadija. And this is why I believe Khadija was
Can you spell that?
Waraq bin Nawfal. Waraqa
Waraqa.
was a Nasara, not a Christian. You see the Quran, if we go in the Quran, we will find that not a single place the Quran says the word Christians. The Quran call us Nasara. And we as Arab Christians, we never use the word Nasara. We do not know even where this word coming from. Let us say, generally speaking, unless you are a very educated person to know. So if you go in the Quran, you will find only the word Nasara. Okay, but who are the Nasara? The Muslim, when they translate the Quran, you will say they will see they translate it as a Christian. In fact, they are not Christians and they have nothing to do with the Christians. And even Muhammad, he called the Jews.
Right, we're sectarian, right?
Nasara is a Christian cult, which is the same as Jehovah's Witnesses today. They are not Christians. And
yeah, they're sectarian.
Yeah, in the same way, you know, for Muhammad, he don't even know how to call the Jews, so he called them Yahud. But Yahud are not really the name of the Jews. How you can call them Yahud? Because even the word actually in English Jews is not really accurate, because Yahud is, you are talking about a specific group of the Jews, not the Jews.
Yes.
So Muhammad, he do not know how to call the Christians. He misquoted the name of the Christians, misquoted the name of the Jews. He called the Christian Nasara, he called the Jews Yahud, and both are wrong. Now the Muslim, they say, including the Shia, that Khadija,
what is the right, what would be right, the right phrase for Jews, according to you?
But, the Israeli, because simply they are the children of Israel.
Exactly.
You know, yeah.
Jacob's name, you know, that's how the tribes tell.
Even the Quran called them that name many times. But Muhammad, when he want, he called them Yahud. When he want, he called them the children of Israel. So
what does that mean?
Yahud is coming from the Yahuda. You know, like there is a maybe we can make a sections. No, like there's a tribe. The Jews, they have a tribes. So every tribe have a name or have, let us say, a title. So Muhammad, obviously, he cannot differentiate between a name of a group and the belief, because Yahud is not a belief. Yahud is
just
not
a tribe.
Yeah, it's a group of people who belong to a
certain tribe,
a tribe, or let us say an ethnic, or etc. But the Yahud is not all the Jews are Yahud. You know what I mean? So not all the Jews are Yahud. So what do you mean when you say Yahud? So, and the same when they say the Christians, they say the Nasara. There's not even a single Christian is a Nasara. So who is a Nasara? Nasara simply are people who are rejected by the Christian at that time, who they became, let us say, extreme in their belief. And this is where Muhammad, he started getting his ideas. Like the Nasara, they believe
it's sort of Arianism, right?
They are what?
In it is this whole Nazarene stuff is their beliefs, but some kind of a Arianism.
Nasara is a word mean poor. So they call them poor not because they are poor with money, because the Christian called them poor for not understanding the Bible. So they've been called the poor and they are rejected.
Yeah.
Like when you call somebody the silly, the stupid, you know. So the Christians are polite. They don't call them stupid. They call them poor.
I meant actually these people who the Christians, the real Christian followers of Christ, with Sean the Nazarene, I think their belief, in what I have read about them, was that there was an influence of Arianism, which is also
this is a mix of many belief at that time, and those Nasara is kind of a mix. So they they have a some from from many cult. You see what happened in the Arabian Peninsula, because it was out of the control of the Roman. Anyone his outlaw wanted, he ran to the Arabian Peninsula. So the Jews too, they were outlawed by the Roman. Why? Because in the year 614, the Jews, they helped the Persian, and you are a Persian, they helped the Persian to occupy Jerusalem. When the Persian occupied Jerusalem, they slaughtered all the Christians inside and they burned the holy church. So
Really?
yeah, and this was in the year 614, and actually even the Quran speak about this incident, where the Quran says that the Roman, there's a chapter, it's called the chapter of the Roman. The Roman were defeated and they are going to be victorious after defeat. So this is why the Jews, through history, they always either go to Arabia or go to Persia. Why? Because both territories is out of the control of the Roman, who they become Christians. So if we go to the chapter of a room, we will find chapter 30, verse number 1 and 2. You know, the Roman has been defeated in the near year, land, which means the most close land. So the story here is speaking about what happened, and Muhammad, obviously he was under the influence of what's happening around him, and he add anything to his Quran right away. But because of those things, because the Roman became Christians, and the Christians did not allow, let us say, I'm talking about kings now, they did not allow those people to practice their cult between the Christians. So they run and they escape to the Arabian Peninsula, or the Jews, they escape, most of them, to the Persia. Actually, until now, there's Jews in Persia, right? So
yes,
and actually, in Iran before Islam, the Jews, they are very important in the world of politics in Persia. But then when Islam came, they stayed there because they established their own businesses, etc. And the Persians still they use the Jews for many purposes, to be like a connection, a bridge or connection with Europe, same as the Christian now. You see, the Christians in the Middle East, all Middle Eastern countries who has a Christians, the Muslim countries, it's very important for them that they have a Christians in the Middle East. It's like we have a hostage here. If you do something to us, we will take revenge of your Christians. When the Catholic Pope, he said Muhammad, he brought nothing but evil, many Muslim countries, they start burning churches, attacking Christians in the Middle East, in Pakistan, in India, etc. So always the Christians in the Middle East are a kind of a hostage, so they can force, let us say, their own agenda. We have something in our hand, belong to you. But things are changing. Things is not like before. Like, no, there's no countries now is just behind walls and gates. The world is totally different. So those days are all over. However, Muhammad in his time, he used the Christians, or let us say the Nasara, and he used the Jews for a certain time. But when he did not need them, he decided to kill them, as we see in chapter 9, verse number 29, where he says, go and fight those who believe not in the Prophet and his religion. So this is the reason to kill them until they pay jizya, which means Muhammad, he won their money. He knew that they are rich, they have money. So if they pay me money, I will not kill them. And this is additional proof that Muhammad is a false prophet, because what kind of a prophet he compromise? If you are trying to kill those who don't believe in your God, and that is a crime which should not be forgiven, well, how you let them live if they pay money? And what is the need of God for money? But this is the money will go to Muhammad. So Muhammad is a person who always use God for his as a hostage. Like, Allah is the puppet of Muhammad. Anytime Muhammad he wants something to happen, he say, God said to me. The same as he made verses about having sex with women with no limit.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Now, if we go back to Khadija, Khadija simply is no one. And if the Shia, they believe that Khadija, she was really important, so why they don't show us
Mother of Islam, we call her.
no, where is Khadija? Where is Khadija in the heritage of the Shia? We don't see her. We see only Fatima, right?
Yeah, but
So
for her, they will actually kill for Fatima. That's she's just
see,
like holy.
just because
She's
she
seen
is
as Maria.
just because she is the mother of Fatima, they speak about her highly. And but the fact they don't really care for Khadija, they care for Fatima. Now here, we know that the Shia believe that Fatima and Hassan and Hussein and Ali, they are made of light. And the reason for them they believe in that, if you go and read them,
That's why all these pictures in Iran, sorry to interrupt you, but they have so many pictures on the side of the ways, and in every corner, in every kind of shop, there is a picture of some saint of sorts, and their faces are drawn in light.
right?
Like you can't actually see their face, but they're all so that's exactly how they see them.
This is how they see them. Yes, they cover them with light because they are made of light. And actually, light is
exactly this.
Yeah, they are.
But even more beautiful, you have these beautiful Persian eyes and everything, but it's very gorgeous faces that you just want to, look at when you see them. Very different
they draw them, but
art
for
than
sure those
they were
are false.
person. Yeah.
Look what they are saying. Muslim or non-Muslims. Imam Ali, AAS, who was devoted Muslim, did not consider the state of one being Muslim, or not as condition for defending the oppressed. For Imam Ali, it was important to establish justice and defend the oppressed and be stern toward the oppressor, whoever the oppressor be. All of this is nothing but a big fat lie. Ali, he killed, he raped, he stole.
Ayatollah Khamenei have said that.
And the one who is talking about Ali, how good he is Al Khomeini, who was killing people for leaving Islam, who was slaughtering people for being gay. You see, the Shia, they have two faces for public and faces for indoor. So for public, in public they say things which is far away from their belief, but indoor the story is different. Kill them wherever you find them, slaughter them, etc. And the Shia, they believe clearly that anyone who leave his religion, kill him, the same as the Sunni, no different.
And they do every day.
They do that every day. Every day in Iran, you will see some people, they are hanged either for blasphemy against Ali or Muhammad, or for becoming gay, or becoming Christian. So choose one to be killed.
By the way, did you know that you're on their side, on their radar? They make your name and everything.
They have my name?
You're on their radar. I've seen it in their sites. You're on their radar. They know you exist. I think you're from the CIA.
Yeah, for sure. Anyone is against Islam. Yeah, they made a video actually in the Iranian TV about me. This is many years ago. Yeah, I saw that video. Anyone who exposed their lies, he is an enemy for Allah.
Always. They're either a spy from Israel, or they're from
let us see the tolerance of the Shia. So if I go right now to Iran and I stand in the corner says Muhammad is a false prophet, what will happen to me?
You will be imprisoned and you will be accused for insulting the prophet.
They will kill me in the street. They will not even take me to prison. They will cut me pieces. So they say things, this is what Shia is about. You see, Shia and Sunni, both of them, they practice taqiyya. But Shia, taqiyya for them is a style of life. Like you have to do taqiyya in everything, anything, even with your wife. There's tons of videos.
Especially with your wife. They call these people, these akhuns, these people, and they ask them advice for marriage, and these idiots would actually say, just lie to them, say you will buy them gold and don't buy them gold, and this so simplistic, as if that will solve the issue. As if women just want one thing, they want gold, and they're stupid and dumb enough to just want that. And the other thing that is, they say zat zan, that it's in her thing, she's made of it, is jealousy, and she will make everything, like she will break everything with her jealousy, because jealous women go to hell. I mean, like, I hate them for all these lies. But go on, sorry.
Well, the Shia actually, they don't respect women at all. Way more than the Sunni. The Sunni don't respect women too, but if you go to the books of the Shia, as an example, if you go to the book of Al-Kafi, which is like equal to Al-Bukhari for the Muslim Sunni, in volume number 5, page number 500. Let me hold on. I don't want to give a wrong number. I don't remember exactly, but it was 500 something. Yeah, page number 510.
Okay.
Okay, I just open it. So the Shia, this is Shia, this is not Sunni, so Shia cannot complain. The Shia, they believe that women, when women she get older, she lose the best of her good. She have two part. She have two part of her. One part is for evil, and one part is for her beauty. And when she let me translate in English. I will use Google translation here. Let us see.
So Iranians actually have the exact alphabet. We have the Arabian alphabet, and an Iranian would just slap me in the face for saying that, because they say no, that's Farsi, and it's a different language. I know it's different pronunciation.
If they use the Arabic language just
but
because they've been forced to. They are not really in favor of it. Here you see the Messenger of Allah said, let us see what happened to the translation here. That there is the women when she get older. Okay, he said if a woman grow up in age, the both end of the better side goes, and her evil remain. I don't know if you can see the text.
Can you scroll up a bit?
So if you are a woman and she like you are, and who's an old woman here? An old woman is not really an old woman. Old woman who she cannot have babies, and she is not pretty as when she was young. So that the good part about the women, and the rest is not is a pure evil. So women in for the Shia,
after her menopause.
Huh?
After her menopause.
After she don't have menstruation no more. So what is the use of the
menopause?
Woman? Yeah, what is the use of the women? Nothing, because she cannot have babies, and she is not a beautiful.
Motherhood is the only thing in Islam that has some sort of respect. So from women, you're upgraded when you're a woman. When you're a mom, and then you actually get to dictate what your son does and everything. It is a whole sect in itself. But exactly as you say, women are just sex objects. You marry your position, your sex object.
Remember,
that's what women are.
Remember, they said to you before that they respect too much Khadija, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Khadija now she become older. So what is remain of her when she's old? Her evil part, right? That's what it says. So this is how they lie. You know, they Shia is like is a collection of Tom and Jerry stories.
That is so inhuman to make a woman who's older turn her into the evil part. So you actually have an excuse to, the Jews have 600 in the time of Jesus. They had 600 reasons for divorcing a wife, which with salty food would be one of them, the requirement. And this is actually even more evil than that. It's the same in a sense, in the same spirit. This Pharisee kind of way of living. You can do whatever you want, and then you can put it on a woman. You can project it on a woman. But this is even more evil, because you're saying a woman who has done everything for you, and now she's older, she's in a menopause, and she's most probably the mom of several kids. Instead of thanking her, instead of being loyal to her, now you're turning her into the black sheep, and you're saying you're able to do evil upon her. This is how as evil as it gets.
No, here actually this is more than this. The issue here that Islam, Shia and Sunni, both of them, they look at the women as nothing, excuse my language, nothing but a private part. So for them she is just a sex toy, and you give babies. So this is a sex machine. She give babies for us. So this is the benefit of her. We enjoy her in bed, and then give us babies. So if she don't have the beauty and she don't have the basis, so what is left? So what the Muslim Shia and the Muslim Sunni agree, that she is nothing but an evil sex machine. And if she lost her beauty and she cannot have babies, so what remain? The evil, because this is what she is. So there's nothing good. There's nothing good on the women. So this is how they lie when they say, okay, we respect Khadija. Well, Khadija, she was an old woman already. Actually, the Shia, they say that
Khadija was the master of Muhammad, because I think he was her sex toy, and I think she was so rich and so influential. If he would come with these ayahs, with these surahs, he would be beheaded by her. But yeah, okay. When she died, he came all with all these revelations, new revelations about what a woman is in her older years.
Muhammad, he married Khadija, she cannot have kids. So the Shia, when they say Fatima, she was the child of Khadija, this is a big fat lie.
Wow.
Yeah, because Muhammad have no children. Those are the children of Khadija. You know, if think about it, Muhammad, he have a child from Khadija. Okay, he married 13 women and he slept with tons of slaves after that. He could not make one of them have baby, you know. So Muhammad
they
have
say
no
they all
children.
Died. They say they all died at a very
None of
young
them
age.
died. The Maria the Copt, she got pregnant from her cousin, you know, or from people sleeping around, because she's a slave, you know, you have no control of her. So, and even Aisha, she said to him many times that this is not your son, he don't even look close to you. But Muhammad desperately, he was looking to have a son, but he could not. Now,
can you have this? Do you have something to show me for that, for the audience?
About the sons of Muhammad? Well, the Quran is a clear proof. The Quran says that the one who accused you that you don't have, you know, you cannot have babies, he is the one he cannot have babies. Chapter of Al-Kawthar, chapter 1:8, verse number 1, 2, 3. I mean, it's funny to call even this one is chapter. Look, it's just a few words. All of it is about Muhammad. He don't have a private part. A man, he said to him, you don't have a private part. Allah, he get involved, and he said to Muhammad, don't worry, be happy, we give you Al-Kawthar. If we go and check Al-Kawthar, we will find Al-Kawthar is a river which is very white and sweet like milk. What is the relationship between a guy accusing me of not having a private part, or my private part doesn't function, to promise me with a river which is sweet, white like milk? This is a sperm. And then he says, because the sperm of Muhammad, he have to be sweet, because he is the sweetest ever. Then therefore praise Allah for a sacrifice for him. Sacrifice for what? What happened exactly? Because he gave him a river in the heaven. What about you make him now having sex and have babies? And then the one who make you angry, Muhammad, actually he is not making him angry, he is making fun of him, he is downgrading Muhammad, he's insulting Muhammad. He will be cut off. Okay, cut off from what? Cut off from what? He will be cut off from having babies. Change the translation right away. You will find the translators. This is why we say never trust a Muslim translation. Never. They lie. We change the translation. Look, there it says from the hereafter. Here it says from having children. Do you see it? So the whole story, people are making fun of Muhammad.
That's with himself, because he had this defect, and for men it is you are money, you know that this is very important to a man. So he like, okay, that's huge to know. I never knew this. No, I think many don't know this.
This is why Muhammad, he says, I was the most weak person between all mankind in sex, and then I invoke my God.
He was
Allah.
bragging about his sex all through through the Quran and Hadith. Well, that's also a reason. Normal person brags about their private life, right? No moral person.
No, he brag about it because he's trying to cover something he believe it's missing. That's why he brag. And Muhammad, he said that I was the most weak person between all mankind in sex until Allah, I invoke Allah, and he sent me a dish of meat, al-kufayt. I ate it, I get the power of 40 men. So even this miracle is very funny. I mean, if the Muslim, they say if Allah wants something to be, he say be, but Allah could not fix the private part of Muhammad, so he need to go to the kitchen and make shish kebab, and he sent it to Muhammad, and Muhammad ate it, and then Muhammad then boing, he's good to go. All of Islam is
shish kebab.
Yeah, Islam is a collection of stupid story. Additional to that, the Muslims, because this is your interest about women, the Muslims, Shia and Sunni, both of them, they believe that women, she is created for sex. If there's a book, it's called Al-Khisal by Al-Shaykh al-Sadduq. Al-Khisal. So this is Shia book, not Sunni. And by the way, Sunni, they agree with that too. So there's a hadith where it says that Allah gave the women 10 part of a sexual desire, one of it only for the man. So the man have only one sexual desire, or let us say joy when he have sex. The women, she have 10. And then and then he says, but because Allah, he made the women shy to say her desire, she don't say it. So they always view the women. Actually, let me find it for you. Always they view the women as a sexual entertainment.
But also someone who doesn't have control, right?
Yeah, the women, Allah, he made her in such a way. So he says, let us translate to English. Hold on, so people can read. Oh, I don't know what happened. We say translate, it took us to something else. Let us check.
Yeah, I have a million questions, so sorry for keeping you from your topic.
Yeah, no problem. It's okay. All right, here we go. We switch to English. So look what it says here. This is the book of Al-Khisal, page number 438. Here it says, in the authority, etc., etc., it says, Allah made, yeah, the translation is not good, the women sexual desire 10 times when she have sex. She have 10 sexual desire, and one only for the man. But because Allah, he forced modesty in the women, so she cover her desire. You know, she don't talk about it. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is how they view always the women. And this is why Muhammad, he brag about his sexual desire, but no women she brag about his sexual desire.
Allah has made love 10 parts. What does that even mean? 9 of them in women and 1 of them in men. It's just so
he gave the women. He gave the women. This is why Muhammad, he says the women, she have 10 private part. 10 private part. One of them is her private part, the one between her legs. The rest are her hair, her voice, her eyes. All of them. Women, she is always a private part.
That's why she have to cover up all these parts.
Yeah,
right?
because this is when she get married, she cover only one, and the rest is still exposed. So she have to wear the burqa. You know, when a woman she marry, only the private part between her legs is the one is covered. And then the Muslims, actually, the Shia, they go farther. This is why I have my book Sex and Allah. People can read it. The Shia, they exaggerate and they speak about they are obsessed with sexuality, obviously. So they claim that the women, because their imams, they told them that women, she have 10 sexual desire, and if the women, she got horny, she can really do what 10 men cannot do. All right. So let me find this.
Oh, I'm listening. I'm reading some of the comments. Some of them are really rude. I don't know who this person is, Rat Prophet, but it's really rude. Some of the comments.
I'm not looking at the comment. Let me see.
They obviously are. All of them are over sex, and everything they think about is sex. Well, obviously,
he is gone.
These kind of people.
He is history. No problem. Don't worry about them. Don't look at the comments. Here you will see. It says here, Amirul Mu'minina. Okay. Here, look what Amir al-Mu'mineen. This is Ali. Ali speaking to Al-Hassan. This is not someone else. They say to you that we respect Khadija. Okay. إياك ومشاورة النساء فإن رأيهن إلى الأفن وعزمهن إلى الوهن وأكفف عليهن من أبصارهن بحجابك إياهن فإن شدة الحجاب خير لك ولهن من الارتياب وليس. Now those who speak Arabic, they can read. So Ali is saying to Hassan, Al-Hassan, his son, never take an opinion of a woman, because their opinion will take you to be destroyed, and will make you weak. Never take their opinion. And then you have to cover them. You have to cover them from all eyes, which means nobody can see them, by wearing the hijab. And the more hijab you put, the better for them, which means the more you cover them, the better for them. And then he says, and they should not allow anyone to enter upon them or to get out, and never trust them. Never trust them. If you can do that, they will never know a man except you.
Wow.
You know. So this is what Ali. This is not anyone. This is
The
Ali.
utter insult to women at very like hard. I mean, like it's just so aggressive. This is just like wow.
Yeah, that's
And it is exactly what the culture is. This is backed up by the culture, the way they speak to women, the way they treat women, the things they teach their sons about their future wives, which is so weird because there's themselves, they're women who teach their sons these nonsense. Wow.
You see, we try to translate in Google Translation. It's coming close, but it's not really accurate. So he is warning Hassan. Ali is warning Hassan. Never take a consult with women because their opinion will destroy you and will make you weak, and they have to always to be covered, and they should not know any man except you, and this is the only way to make them know only one man, which is you. You know. And
because they're so crazy they can't even control themselves, and they're just like these demonic people who just want sex, right?
No, the reason, you see, the reason is to say such a thing. Like if you cannot see any man except a one person, then you will not see how bad he is if you cannot compare him to other men. You know what I mean? I mean, he will be good anyway. I mean, okay, your husband is evil maybe, but if you cannot compare him to something better, how you will know that the other one is better? So the advice is, don't let your wife see someone else, so she will never recognize something better than you. And she will never know a person except you. Yeah. Yeah. Put her inside her burqa, and then she will never see anyone except you. So.
But female mutilation and everything that comes from it is all from this idea that we have these 10 parts, and all we do is think, and we are just uncontrolled because loads of us come actually, according to what I've understood from what you tell people, is some of us are even made from, you know, kind of like some demonic being, or come from hell or whatnot, and just like we're just like creatures less than what we are in actuality. So we have to be controlled, we have to be you know, treated this way, and we are seen for something that we are not. And the whole society is the whole society in Iran, and the biggest society, I think, problems between this Islamic society is this whole obsession with sex, which you see left and right everywhere.
Because Islam is a sexual cult. Everything in Islam is based on sex. So this is why we cannot really we cannot be surprised why they are obsessed with sex. Let us, if we go and see, try to find what the Sunni, like the Shia now, they said 10, she have 10 desire. The Sunni, the Muhammad, he said, according to the Sunni, she have 99 desire. Actually, some Shia agree with that. So the women, she have 99 desire. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh God.
Yeah, the women, she have 99 desire. And
that's why they call us Jadugar. They call us all these Afsungar. And Persian people who listen to this, they know what these terms mean. We are some kind of a beings. We can bewitch man. That's how they think of women who are very sexy and stuff.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the hadith about the women. She have 99 sexual joy. And here you notice, Muhammad, how much expert he is, and how many the women, how many sexual joy she have. This guy, he have a degree and he study women carefully. Let me just see this one. Okay, let's see here. Let's see.
Someone says, I have butterflies on my screen. What should I do? I think you should refresh your page.
I'm not showing the screen right now, so don't worry. I did not show the screen. I'm looking for the reference. You know, like
No, I think someone's screen just froze and they didn't know what to do, so I just gave
okay.
answer.
Yeah. You see, like if you talk to a different person, he will take him a year to find reference we are talking about. And for me, because I memorize it in my head, I'm trying to find.
You're the king.
Well, I do my best. Let us see.
No, I've never seen someone like you destroy Islam the way you do, utterly destroying it.
Well, Islam is very easy to destroy anyway. I mean, it's a stupid cult.
No, you're just too humble. It's not that easy. You're destroying it, but everything that God gave to you, of course, it's, you know, God gives all the grace, but it's just amazing. But go on.
Let us see here. But this one is a Google book. We can translate to Google to English. We need something which is can be translated. Well, look,
So
like
people
we have no choice.
seem to be
We have to
about me being a Muslim. They think I'm not a real Muslim. For people who didn't understand or get the intro, I was born like a child Muslim. So I didn't even know what life was at the age of 7. When we left Iran, I was 8. So I've never been practicing Islam in that sense. I was a cultural child put in a situation, in an Islamic situation. I wasn't even brought up as a Muslim. But in Iran, it doesn't matter. If you go back, if you have problems with the state or whatnot, and you have to go in court and testify, they ask you, what are you, Shia or Sunni?
No,
and you don't have a choice between even Shia and Sunni.
Yeah, even if you live Islam, you are Muslim there. You cannot change it. You cannot even say I'm not a Muslim no more. Here, this is the book of Faid
they call you more times if you do that. But you go on. Sorry.
This is the book of Faid al-Qadir. This is Sunni book now, and in the Sunni book it says, فضلت المرأة على الرجل ب99 جزءا من اللذة. The women, she been favored by.
Is it on the screen? Because I can't see anything.
Hold on. Let me. I did not put it on the screen. Let me see.
Yes, I'm Christian now.
All right. Now we will be back. This is the book of Faid al-Qadir, and we are in page number 440.
Yeah.
And those who are Muslims, they speak Arabic, they can see what we are talking about. This is 440. And this is hadith number 5888. It says, the women, she been favored over the man by 99 joy, sexual joy. And this is reported from Abu Huraira. Now this is Sunni, you know. Shia, they say 10. Sunni, they say 99. So choose one.
Can you recite that in Arabic? Is that possible?
Yeah, فضلت المرأة على الرجل ب99 جزءا من اللذة. ولكن الله ألقى عليهن الحياء, but Allah, he made them shy, or let us say he put modesty on them, so they don't like talk about it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you know, both cult, Shia or Sunni, they are sexual cults. Islam, all of it is based on what is the reward of a man if he convert to Islam? It's sex. You know,
eternal sex, that is not just this life, but
I mean,
it's heaven,
always about sex.
You know,
always about sex.
Sex mansion.
Yeah. And Shia and Sunni, this actually, I mean,
there's nothing for the woman, right? Even heaven is not designed equally for women and for men. It's designed, I mean, like, I know these contemporary so-called scholars try to say that is both for women and for men, but classically Orthodox Islam doesn't teach that. It actually says even the heaven is not for us women, right? The hell is for us, but the heaven is for, again, being man in sex.
Actually, Muhammad, he said it clearly that the majority of women, they are going to go to hell. So, and the reason for that, because they have their period, and this is the major reason, which make them make them not equal to the men, because they have their period, so they are not equal to the men. This is the hadith of Muhammad. He was saying, "O women folk, you should give it charity and be diligent in seeking Allah and forgiveness, because I have seen which means the way he went when he went to heaven, he saw that doers of hell fire are women amongst them. The majority they are women. And Muhammad, he asked them there to give donation, so Allah will forgive them. This is the whole point. He's scaring the women, and the women they
But
start.
just for a second, I need a second here. So just imagine, and this is something I just remember from my childhood. Just imagine for a second teaching little girls who for the first time come to know who they are, who they are in the presence of the Almighty God, and they're this is drilled into their beings that they are less worth, they have less worth. It's just insanity what that does to a society.
Yeah.
Sorry, just go on.
It's the concept of this cult. It is, you believe in Muhammad, we give you sex, and we give you money. That's the whole. This is the whole Islam. To summarize it, you will be 10 times rich than any king in heaven, which is funny because heaven is supposed to is for free. So what I would do with the money? But Muhammad, he said, in the heaven there is a market where you can spend your money, and in the market there's images of men and women, and if you like an image, you can pay and have sex with that image. And this is the whole idea, of Islam. What is the reward? If I go right now and I join Hezbollah or ISIS or Al Qaeda, what Allah will give me? Sex. That's it.
Sex, sex, yeah.
You see,
or whatever your right hand possesses, right? That means endless.
Actually, like you see, when we say 70 women, the 70 women, let us say 72 women, this is the lowest. Every woman, she have a 70 wasifa, which mean maid. And every wasifa, she have another 70 maid. So what is the total? You have thousands. This is for the lowest Muslim. For the lowest, yeah. For each one of them, she have 70, and the 70 have 70. Muhammad is stuck with the number 70. So the whole cult is about sex, and always this cult put down the women. As you see, women, when she get older, the good part of her is gone, which is babies and sex, and then the bad part is the remain, which is evil. This is why Muhammad, he claimed
it's just machines. We just give you babies, and then you get to cause the money.
Muhammad,
that's what
he said. You see, the Muslims, they say the Christians are funny when they claim that they believe in the original sin, right? This is what they say. But look what Muhammad, he said. The prophet, and not only that, I saw like that and etc. They say the Christian, they blame Eve in the Bible for the sin of Adam. That's not true. God, he punished them both. He did not blame one. Same time, the one who commits sin, he commits sin. Doesn't matter who is he, male or female. But look here what Muhammad said. The prophet said, where it is not for Bani Israel, which means the children of Israel, meat would not decay. Muhammad blamed even the Jews for the food is damaged in your table. And then he says, and where it is not for Eve, no woman would ever betray her husband. So Muhammad teaching the Muslims that all women are the same as Eve. And Eve, she was a bad woman. She betrayed her husband. And actually, he used the word in Arabic, khanat, the one who cheats.
But this is their pride and joy. I see these modern scholars defending this notion, saying, well, you Christians, you believe that Eve was the one who actually, deceived Adam, but we Muslims, we don't believe that. We believe that Eve and Adam and Eve were equally sinners. But this is so not true. Then what you're saying is proving the opposite.
You see, Muslims, when they say things to you, they bet in you.
But this is actually the opposite from the truth. Why would they do that if they're proud of what they like? If you and I would speak about the Bible, I don't know about you, but I'm really proud even about the Mosaic law. I'm like, wow, that's so just, that's so good, that's so holy. I don't have to hide it. But this is also a proof that they're even ashamed of what is said here. They try to change it.
Muslims, they play taqiyya, as we said. So when they say we don't believe in that, we go and we check, we find that they believe in that. But the Muslims always, they bet in one thing, that you are ignorant, you do not know. And as long as you are ignorant, we can lie and we can say why you believe in that, and because you don't know how to answer them. Like, can a Muslim say to me what they just said to you? They cannot. So this is why here we are trying to fight ignorance. Ignorance is the problem. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So this is why Christians, when they listen to us, they need to take notes, save reference, because those things, the same as they say to you, they will say to them. And if you are not a person with education, you do not know what to say, and they shut you up. You know? But here,
Yeah,
here
actually,
you
it's
notice
not even
Muhammad.
possible. It's not even possible, I think, in a theological way in Islam to critique Islam, right? You have no right to do that, even as a man, not only
You
as
don't
a
have
woman,
right
but
for what?
you
I
know.
don't understand what? You don't have right to do what?
So I thought this was some kind of a theology, Islamic theology, that there is no position, no one can take a critical position. I mean, like what Molavi did in Iran. I think he was the grandson of Ali. This is how I have perceived it to be true, and he came with all sorts of objections against the orthodox kind of Islam, and he was seen as someone who is a murtad. He's not a Muslim anymore, because so whenever someone poses something, even within some kind of a understanding of Islam, but difference from idea, that person is seen as, whether man or woman, as seen as murtad. So I think this is a theological thing that no one is able, or no one ought to critique Islam in a Islamic format, right? Or is that just for women?
You see, this is not about a mullah, not about a Muslim, not about, this is what the cult is about. The cult is made by the man for the man. So whoever is reading the cult, studying the cult, he had to understand that this is a religion made for the benefit of the man, and the woman, she is just a sex toy. So no matter who is the one is talking, no matter who is the one is reading, no matter who is the one is listening, this is the concept, and this is the benefit, and this is the target. The target is, you believe in Muhammad, you go to heaven, you have sex. Women are made for the man for sex, and in the
Yeah.
heaven, those women, Allah will even take from them their jealousy, which means you will become a sex toy. You have no feeling. So your husband, he can sleep
So
around.
can I ask you something about this jealousy? So they always drill us women in Iran. Jealousy is such a bad thing. You have to control it, because real women actually accept the second woman, stuff like that. They want to, really drag that. But so what does ghayrat mean? Like, do ghayrat,
Ghira,
when you
ghira,
actually,
yeah, ghira is jealousy.
no, well, ghayrat is jealousy.
Yeah, the ghira
Okay,
is,
so I thought ghayrat means what we believe in the Christianity to be zeal for God, righteous jealousy what God has for us.
yeah, jealousy have
Does
many
Islam
meaning.
have a
Jealousy have many meaning. Depends, you are jealous about what? A woman, she can be jealous from
uh
her husband. He's talking to some women. So
so but I mean, like, when the man is actually becoming ghayrati over the woman, that's seen as some kind of a good thing to have. That is, it looks good at a man. But when a woman is getting jealous because righteously her man is looking at other woman, or he wants other women, he is thinking about other women, we are called jealous for feeling that. It's so unfair, that the whole thing is so
the
utterly
jealousy,
unfair.
the concept of jealousy is about owning something. So since we are childrens, when we are childrens, if I have a toy and I am a child, and then another kid, he come and he play with it, I remember that this is my toy. So I want to take it from him, and maybe I will cry, or even I will beat him to take it back. So jealousy is the desire to own, not a desire. It's not really a good desire. It's about owning the person or owning something. So some people, when they marry a man or a woman, when they marry from somebody, they say they are very jealous. Why? Because they believe they own you. You belong to them. So you cannot even talk to someone else. You cannot even have a freedom to say hello to someone. If you look somewhere, he will accuse you with something. That is a sign of obsession, of ownership, and not love. This is not love. This is ownership. So Muhammad, when he said that
Yeah.
the women in the heaven, Allah will take their jealousy, he is trying to solve the problem, because the Muslim men, they have many women and they keep fighting, and even Muhammad himself, his wives where two parties and they fight each other, even they throw rocks at each other. So this problem, you know, anyone who have many.
But was that because of Muhammad? I mean, like, I can't even imagine someone loving him. I think, well, I don't know if you've ever read this book that this Iranian lady.
They are not loving him. They are fighting over property. You see, if you go
exactly, that's what I want to say, because he's so unlovable. So they can't be fighting over him. So they're fighting about property. That makes sense.
Yeah, you know, if you read the hadith, the fight is about Bintu Abi Quhafa, which means Aisha. She was when the Prophet became like a king, right? So he's a king, and he received gifts, bribe. If you want something from the Prophet, you want him to do it to you, you give him money, and he made verses about it in the Quran. So Aisha, she is in control. Aisha, we say she is young, she is a child, but she is evil, obviously, and she is taking advantage of this old man, who now he is obsessed with her over the other woman because she is the child, young, a wife. So he enjoys sex with her, and obviously now she is getting older. She is maybe 14, and maybe her mother is teaching her. You know, obviously there's somebody teaching her. So Aisha, she made all the people, when they receive gifts, they have to bring the gifts to her house. So what people do, if Muhammad visiting different wife, they don't bring gifts. They wait until it is in the house of Aisha. Why?
Okay.
Because Aisha, she have influence. Maybe she sit in his lap and do some belly dancing, etc. And she say, do this guy, he sent us a gift, he's nice, etc. So she convinced him to agree. So people, they learned that if they send their gift to the house of Aisha, what they want to happen, the bribe will function. If they send their gift
in the bottle, okay.
Yeah, it's a fighting about not about Muhammad, you know, the hate in front of us, actually telling the story. And they came to him, even they sent his daughter, supposedly Fatima, asking him to be equitable, you know, regarding the matter of daughter of Abu Quhafa, which means Abu Bakr. And Muhammad, you know, refused. You know, he says, refused to accept what they are asking him for, to be equitable, which means to be justice. And this is a clear proof that Muhammad himself was not justice, even the money. So Aisha, she got all the gifts.
This is one of the laws they brag about. So they always say men they have the ability to marry other wives, but the first wife should actually totally agree, and she should give consent and everything.
There's nowhere anyone he's saying that women she have to agree. He's a big fat liar. Let us show us the reference where he got this from. That's a big fat lie. That is a big fat lie. Yeah.
So that's something they want to.
And there's no women. There's no women would agree. I mean, it might be rarely occasion, like somebody he cannot have kids. His wife, she know that he's a nice guy. He's a good for her, and he don't want to marry anyone, but he want to have a kid. So she said, you know what? Okay, marry some other woman, maybe because she think it's her who cannot give him a baby. But this is rare. There's no woman she like to share her husband with others. And where in the Muslims, when they get this, that a man he can in order to have a second or third wife, actually the Quran never said marry one woman. The Quran says go if, which means have sex with a woman and a two and a three and four.
But so is this also how Arab people actually really understand it, or are they as ignorant as we have been?
No, they understand it very well. You see, we said there's something for public, for people who speak English, and there's people for indoor. There is nobody believing.
How do you say it in Arabic?
Sorry.
Can you say can you repeat that in Arabic? How you actually say there's something for indoors and something for outdoors?
You know, في الداخل وفي الخارج. Inside, the inside teaching, when the Muslim they close the door of the mosque and the windows in Europe, they start talking about the kuffar, how filthy they are. We have to do jihad, etc. When a foreigner he come, he open the door. He say Islam teach peace, we love mercy, and we know Islam says to us to respect others.
In a house of peace and Dawah. That's what you're referring to, right?
This is called taqiyya. This is the taqiyya.
Yeah, I mean, but in the house of peace with Muslims, you don't lie and you are being whatever sincere. But when you go outside the door of Islam, you can actually, do taqiyya and lie
No,
for
you can
Islam.
lie.
Or is it also for with Muslims?
No, you
can you
can.
also lie to Muslims?
You can lie inside Islam because the Prophet said you can lie in three
Really?
cases. Yes, you can lie to your wife, your family, your friends, and your enemy. So who's left? Nobody. This is not in the
Who
Dawah.
was left?
Yeah, who is left? Nobody. But if you go to the chapter 3, number 28, which is the taqiyya is coming from, you will see that it teaches clearly that a Muslim man, he should, when he speak to, for sure, this is when he is weak. As you say, the country which is not his, he don't have control over it. So here it says it's forbidden for the believer to take the hypocrite, and supposedly we are the hypocrite, to be their friends. However, and the one who is sincere to take them as honorable friends, if he is sincere, seeking honor and might and honor with them by taking the hypocrites and disbelievers as a friend, both he has no connection with Allah. So the second you take me as a friend and you mean it, and you are sincere about that as a Muslim, that's mean you are not a Muslim no more, you are apostate. So he have no protection, no connection, no honor, no mercy. So the Muslims can kill you, rape your wife, take your money, unless this is the exception. So
I thought that.
there's an exception. Hold on. The exception is if you want to take them as a friend but you don't mean it, it's okay. So look what it says: unless to be, but you guard yourself against them, save yourself from them, taking it as it were security, saving yourself from them by speaking in a friendly way toward them while your heart is like this. So your heart always should be
The
this like
very
that.
definition of how to be a hypocrite. This is just
That is
exactly
Islam.
that.
Islam is about hypocrisy. It's satanic, it is totally satanic. So he can not take you as a friend. But if you go in the West, in America, you will see every Muslim saying to someone who's not Muslim, we're friends, and they invite you to their house, etc., in order to maybe to deceive you and make you believe in Islam. But as you see, this is the teaching of Islam. This is not my quotation. This is not my words. This is Ibn Abbas, the cousin of Muhammad himself. This is not me saying that. This is, by the way, the official government website of the King of Jordan.
How is he a cousin, by the way? We don't know anything about Muhammad's father, even. How can he be
Well, this is
a
what
cousin?
they say that this is his cousin. His name is Ibn Abbas, and whatever they say, we go with it. No problem.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is what this cult is about. It's about deception and lies.
And you specifically, most of the things you said tonight was about Shia Islam. Someone, Almir, I think she's Iranian. She's complaining about deriving from the topic, but it's all between Shia. This is all Shia Islam. Yeah. So, can I ask a different question also about Shia?
Sure.
So can you tell me more about the character of both Hassan and Hussein? Because that in Iran, Hussein is praised actually as a, maybe because I think Muhammad, as you said, is Hamd bar Ubad, like the one who is being praised, right? So he could be anyone. It's very vague for me, all these names. But Hussein is actually, it almost for some people, it's an incarnation of who Muhammad was. So they, in actuality, either praise, some people praise Ali and some people praise Hussein, not so much Muhammad though. I've never, yeah, they say like, salawat bar Muhammad or all Muhammad and stuff like that, but praise be upon Muhammad and his followers and his family. But like, it's still really vague for me. Do you have more information, cultural information, and background context about who Hassan and Hussein were and their lives? And do you know something about this epic fight that he had, and he brought his son into that fight, and what happened to him, which made him shahid?
There's many stories. All of it, obviously, it's a fabricated stories. As an example, Ali himself, he was not born in a normal birth. His mother, she gave birth to him in the Kaaba. This is Shia stories, this is Shia stories, and there's no source for it. I mean, Shia, they have tons and millions of stories. So he is the only one who was born in the Kaaba. you know,
Sometimes with Jesus figure in actuality.
yeah, they have like a lot of stories uh, about Ali and about Al-Hussein and Hassan. Like as an example, when Fatima.
First of all, what they sorry to say this, but first of all, what does it mean, Hassan and Hussein? Can you explain what the names mean?
Hassan mean good, like good
Yeah.
and good. Hassan and Hussein is the same actually.
Oh, really?
Both,
Okay.
yeah, both are like
Good.
the good and the good, you know. So Hassan
The
and
good one.
Hussein, like the one is good and the one is uh, uh, the source of good, or let us say um, it's about being good. You know, it's not really too much different. But it's not here. That's not a problem. The problem is that the Shia, they believe that Al Hassan and Al Hussein, they are created from light, and Ali. Now they don't mention Muhammad too much because simply Muhammad is just a cover up. You see, the Shia don't really care for Muhammad. They care really
No,
for Ali and his family. But
Hussein. Yeah.
Muhammad is a cover up to make themselves look like still we are a Muslim, you know. So the Shia, they believe, and they have their own interpretation for everything. So they say that the Quran says that Allah said that Muhammad, he is a light, he's a lamp. All right. And
Yeah.
from this interpretation, they say all the family of Muhammad, they are made of light. They are creatures made of light. They are not human like us.
Mm.
There's many videos on the internet actually speaking about this issue, that they are really made of light. They are not a human like us. They've been given shape of a human, but uh, they are not a human. They have the look of a human, you know. Uh, and then they involve Al Hassan Al Hussein, that they are the one who can take you to heaven. As an example, let me see if I can find some stories about them. Um, yeah, as an example, here there's a story that Al Hussein once he wished to have a grape. Hmm? He wished to
Yeah.
have a grape. So what he did, uh, uh, he hit the ground with the like with something, and then different stories says he hit like the column of the tent or the column of the house, and then right away from the ground came a grape and banana, and
Oh,
he
okay.
did feed him. But I need to find the reference to see, because we don't like to say something without showing reference. Let us see here. All right. So all of those stories are just to make them gods. They are gods in this earth. They are not a human.
Pseudo gods.
Okay, here the chapter name is إتيانه عليه السلام العنب والموز في غير أوانهما. Giving him, peace upon him, grape and banana, not in the time, which means not in the season. If we translate this to Google, in Google, let's see, maybe Google will work. Let's hope. Okay. Giving him the grapes and the banana in non-season time. So what it says here, that when the son of Ali he have a great desire for a grape, but it's not in the time of the grape. He hit his hand with the pillar, and then from the ground, brought down from the ground the grape and banana, and he feed him, you know. So
I was mimicking Musa in a sense, but in a different way. He hit a stick on the ground, and then things happened. But they hit the stick on the ground, and fruits and like grapes come out and banana.
yeah, they have many tons of stories. All of them, they are funny. And who dare even to question, to say this is stupid? Nobody there. Nobody would dare even for a second to say this is crazy. So you have to agree and you have to say this is true, otherwise they will kill you. So Al-Hasan al-Hussein, simply, they are inherited their glory from being born of Ali, and they are being born from Ali and Fatima. That make them made of light too. So all of them, they are made of light. And then the Shia.
This is a very dangerous teaching, because when they say in Iran, they have a word, I think it's an Arabic word, but it says Zat. I don't know. Have you ever heard that? Zat?
I'm not sure what does that mean. I don't think it's an
So
Arabic.
it's like your intrinsic inherent thing that you're born with. You're born with some. They believe, first of all, in fatalism, but this thing that they easily, when you're in a crowd of Iranians and there's some gathering of people, people easily go, oh, that person zatish kharabe, which is like that person, they have a bad soul. I think this is very, when you explain that they believe in, some are actually made from light, some are made from fire, some are from this place, some are from that place, so all around the world, because their whole genesis is so shattered, so
I'm
they
not
don't
sure
have a really
what the word they
good
are
concept.
saying, but what I know, the Shia, they don't believe in them to be human. Let me see here. Muhammad, he said, and Ali agree, that Al-Hussein
Yeah.
is the lamp of guidance. Let's see here. Hold
Okay.
on a second. He is the lamp of guidance.
No, I mean, like, is it so that in Islam they believe some people are not made from a good substance, they're not godly, and some people are.
Because it's about fate. Muslim, they believe in fate, and you are made already from what you are made of. Yeah, you are made to go to hell or etc. So if we translate this into Google translation, you will see that those people, they don't really believe that they are a human. Hassan al-Hussein, etc. It says, I entered the Messenger of Allah, and I have etc. And said to me, Messenger of Allah, welcome to you. And he said that Al-Hussein is he is the most beautiful thing in the heaven, in the skies, and in the earth. The most beautiful thing. All right. So
What does Zion mean?
Zine is like decoration. The decoration of something. Like the best of anything, like the most beautiful thing. All right. And then my father, he said to him, and how is so? How he can be the most beautiful thing in the skies and the earth? There is someone is better than you? Are you saying that Al-Hussein is better than you? So Muhammad, he said, sorry, he answered him saying, and I swear by the one who sent me by the truth as a prophet, that Al-Hussein, the son of Ali, there's nothing higher than him in this earth.
Wow.
Nothing higher than him in this earth.
So they're praising more gods than more than even we can think about. They have so many gods.
Yeah. And then it says, he said, and it is written in the right hand of the throne of Allah. This is written in the right hand of the throne of Allah. So the name of Al-Hussein written in the right hand of the name of throne of Allah, that there's no one is a greater.
Right?
Yeah, but notice here, what they are saying, that Al-Hussein is greater than Muhammad himself.
Wow.
Yeah, because the question is so simple. They said to him,
Which book is this?
are you saying he is greater than you? Are you saying he's greater than you, Muhammad? What is the answer is? The answer is yes, because it's written.
On the right hand of the throne of God, a lamp of Huda.
A lot of what?
So do you have the verse and the number of this?
Yeah, this hadith we can actually, this is the Shia. Let us see.
Oh wow.
Okay, here. This is the book of Bihar al-Anwar.
Okay.
The book of Bihar al-Anwar.
And
Volume number 36, page number
yeah.
205.
Okay.
205. And you know, I can give you the link actually in your Skype if you want. You know.
I'm sure, thank you.
But I don't know if you can open it because it's in Arabic and the link is in Arabic in the top. But
For
anyway.
later. Well, I will need all this to translate it.
Yeah. So this is what they believe, and this is what it is. And I mean, it's a crazy religion. What we can say, you know, this is how it is. So here you notice how the Shia, they use Muhammad to make Ali family gods on earth, to the point even Muhammad saying that he is the best and there's nothing better than him, neither in earth, not even in heaven. You know. And not only that, if you read carefully, he said that he is the ship of salvation. He is the light of guidance and the ship of salvation. Let us see if it's a translation come in here. You see, here we go. It says, God, he said, it's written in the God throne. What is written? He is the lamp of guidance, of Huda, and the lifeboat, the salvation boat. And he is the good Imam. All right. So
yes.
So here you will notice how much those people they
what is Huda?
Huda mean guidance.
Okay.
Yeah, Huda is an Arabic word for guidance. Yeah. And he is the most proud. He is the mission for Allah.
Yemenite? He was a Yemenite?
No, not Yemenite. Not.
Well, here, lifeboat, a good
no, this is Google translation. You know, Google translation. Yeah. Here it says like he is Yaminullah. Yamin, it's the mean, not Yemenite. It is like he is in the right hand of Allah. So in the right side of the hand of Allah, in the throne of Allah, it's written in those information. All right. And not only that, it says that he is made. Allah, he put in his backbone a sperm which is very good, and it's blessed, and it is yeah. So he put in his you see here, sperm is blessed in his backbone. All right. And then
what is that whole crucifixion in his crucifixion?
This is translation for the word sulbahu. It's Google translation, you know, sulbahu, which means from his lineage. This is why we cannot use Google translation really as a source of especially in Arabic. So yeah, and then he says, if you pray in the name of Al-Hussein, your prayer will never be rejected by Allah. You know. So anything you ask for in the name, he will intercede. His name is he's the intercessor. All right. And he is the intercessor in the judgment day too. So
Hussein is an intercessor in judgment day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you intercede for you.
But they're all deified then, aren't they? They're actually deified into the same position as Christ in their minds.
Yeah, but this is what it says, you know. And then there's something really funny in the story. It says he asked him, and what is this nutfa in the backbone of my beloved Al-Hussein? What is that sperm in the backbone? He's asking about the sperm. What is that sperm in the backbone of Al-Hussein? Let us see where the translation here. Okay, hold on. The Google is not translating.
Sorry, go on.
I think it's getting late for you, right? You need to go, maybe.
No. I just wanted to say sorry if I interrupt you sometimes and ask so many questions, because I'm so, so shocked, and I keep getting out shocked by you. Like, it's
anyway,
just
so they ask him
creepy.
about the sperm, which is he have Hussein, he have in his back. He said this sperm is like the moon. Moon.
Okay.
So this sperm like the moon, and anyone who follow his sperm, which means his seeds, he will be a martyr, and he will be he will be doing the right thing, and he will be very wise in the eyes of Allah. Yeah. So here you will see that the Shia, they really worship Muhammad family more than Muhammad himself. Muhammad, as I said, is just a cover. It's like a ticket to get in. So Muhammad himself, he's saying that Al-Hassan is greater than me. What do you want more?
So all these sheikhs are born from these family people, right? Like Muhammadin, Ala Muhammad.
Well, none of them actually born from Muhammad. Muhammad have nothing to do with any of them. Those are born from Fatima, the daughter of Khadija, and from Ali.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
the daughter from Khadija and Ali.
Sorry.
So Khadija was you said the daughter from Khadija and Ali.
Yeah, because Ali, he married the daughter of Khadija, right? So
yeah,
the daughter of Khadija married from Ali,
and then not the daughter of Muhammad.
And then
she was just the daughter of Khadija.
Nothing to do with Muhammad, because Muhammad don't have kids from Khadija, and Ali is not from Muhammad. He is just a cousin.
Oh.
Yeah. So what the Shia,
so there is no bloodline. All of it is a lie.
Yeah. So what the Shia did, simply, they created a lot of stories in order to worship Ali and his family. And they claim that Muhammad said those things. So anyone who will dare, like Muhammad, he is the prophet of Allah, he said those things, that Ali, Hussein is greater than me. So if he says that, must be true. This is why you see the Shia, they go and they do Hajj to Karbala, asking for forgiveness from Allah. Nobody want to go to the Kaaba no more. And they pray on them, right? And when Muhammad, he says Al-Hussein, he is the lamp of guidance, and he is the boat of salvation. I mean, what is left?
Wow.
He is the boat. So
you
do not need Muhammad, you do not need Islam, you do not need anyone. All what you need is Al-Hussein.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah. And even Allah, he wrote the throne in the right side of his throne, that Al-Hussein is the guidance, the lamp for all mankind, and he is the rescue ship. I mean, what is left? What is left for Muhammad? What is even left for Allah himself? Because it's not Allah who will save you, it is Hussein. Right?
Well, I didn't know it was this bad. I thought they would deify him to the extent, but you're just saying that they actually see as Hussein as some kind of a god. Because this whole Ashura what we have in Iran, they slap themselves, they paint themselves for him, and even his name brings tears to the most fanatic people. And he's seen as some kind of a person who gave up his own son. And look at the comparisons to Christ. He gave up his own son in a war, and he was totally innocent, and he did that because he's only in love. And so people now praise him as the Masum. He was killed as Masum.
Yeah,
and
Masum,
each year,
which means he is a perfect. He's a perfect. He don't commit sin. He is a perfect person, which means he's God. Because the only one who don't commit sin is gods. So they made them gods. This is why they call themselves the Ithnay Ashariya, the 12 Imams, because they believe that the 12 Imams are perfect, who never commit sin, not even once. So the family of Muhammad and their descendant enter the 12. They are perfect. They are not a human. They are gods on earth. And the fiction story starts from Al-Hussein, and then Al-Hassan, and then the children's after that. It's an heritage business, you know.
Is there something historical that you could point me to that Hassan actually or Hussein actually existed in history?
Well, we cannot really, I mean, there's nothing in history, even about Muhammad, we cannot find something to make him exist. You know, there's nothing, there's no source about Muhammad. Where is when, even when the Muslims occupy Jerusalem, if we read the siege of Jerusalem and when the Muslims occupy it, even after that, even the Christian, they never mention a name of a person, his name is Muhammad, which is very strange.
Yeah, it's very strange.
You know, there's no mention of him. So we don't know who was Muhammad. Muhammad, I believe, is just a name was given later, or Muhammad, he gave himself such a name, but this is not his name. It's a title. That's why nobody use it.
And this is what I said, yeah.
Yeah.
So his real name, what does his real name
According
mean,
to Muslim
according
books,
to you? Like
according to
Qasim.
Muslim books, not according to me, his real name was Qasim.
Yeah.
You know, but some Muslims didn't deny that. They say this is you know, not true, because yes, his grandfather, he called him Qasim, but then his mother, she asked the grandfather to call him Muhammad. But it doesn't make sense, because the word Muhammad mean the praised one. So how Muhammad is a prophet, but yet he is a praised one? Praised one is God, right?
No.
Yeah. And even actually, even Allah supposedly, all day long, he look at his right side, for the name of Al-Hussein is written next to him. He cannot keep his eyes away from Al-Hussein. And Al-Hussein, he will be in the right side of Allah in the throne, and each time a follower, which means Shia, he cry for him, Al-Hussein will look at him, and he will ask, he will like, because he is close to Allah, so he will be forgiven. Even some story says that he will be speaking from above the throne. Hussein himself is sitting in the throne of Allah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So maybe some believe actually
story,
Hussein is actually the Muhammad in a different form. So what does Qasim mean in his like, does it have bad
there is many meaning. It can be the sperm of the hyena, it can be the damaged milk, it can be many
sperm
things.
of the hyena?
Yeah, it have many meaning. There is a hadith, it says that Allah, he gave him even the throne, which means Allah don't have a throne no more. But I'm trying to find the reference. I remember the hadith very well, but I cannot find let's see. Yeah, Allah, he gave the throne. He gave the throne to Al-Hussein. Imagine, even the throne became the throne of Al-Hussein. As simple as that.
And where did God go when he gave his throne to
maybe
him?
he took vacation to Hawaii or something. You know, maybe he retired. You never know. You know. Yeah. So you know, there is endless stories, and all of them, obviously, those people, they make tons of stories about Muhammad and his family and Ali, and none of them make sense. And yet they say to us, you know, that you worship a man. Both of them, Shia and Sunni, they worship men. We don't worship men. We
everything,
worship God.
stone, man, sex. They worship like they have a Kaaba filled with all sorts of gods.
Black stone, kissing black stone, stones forgive your sin if you touch them, etc. So Islam is a collection of madness, and the more you learn about it, the more you get dizzy. You don't get knowledgeable, you get dizzy, because what is that? You know. And the more you read about it, you find yourself like you know nothing yet, because it's stupid, it's endless, and they fabricate tons of stories, and you do not know where is the real source, where is the truth, you know.
But it also gives a lot of platform to new Muhammads, because now in Iran, what you have, because most Iranians, like a lot of Iranians don't, you know, accept this sort of stuff, and they go into these so like intellectualized pseudo prophets who come in the name of Muhammad, but because it's such a vague term, Muhammad, like the praise was Hamd, so they can claim all sorts of stuff and even sound, of course, naturally better than Muhammad, because they at least have, you know, have some brains. But it's just fascinating how this sect is just you know, whatever culture that is filtered through, that it is just multiplying in such a different variation than what Orthodox Islam even is. It's just endless nonsense, braid all together. Try to make sense of it, but it doesn't make sense.
Well, nothing in this religion makes sense anyway, and uh, you know, the only way it makes sense for you if you decide to become a believer, and which means whatever they say to you, you accept. You know, that's it. But does it make sense that all of those things given to this guy Al Hassan Al Hussein? Who are they? What they did? I mean, what what happened? And and why Allah did not make Al Hussein? He is the prophet. Why he chose Muhammad if Al Hussein is the greatest? So it's crazy stories, stupid stories, and all of this is about politics and money, sex and money. All of what Islam is about, sex and money. Even after Muhammad's death, the Muslims, they start fighting over sex and money. They never fought about God. They are fighting over who want to take power, which means he will have more slaves for sex and more money, and you know, control. Have nothing to do with God. Muhammad himself, he have nothing to do with God. All what he want, pay me money, you live. Pay me. You don't even the Quran says you don't have to believe. All what you say, don't say we are believers, say we are Muslims. So Islam don't care if you are a believer or not. Islam care if you say I'm a Muslim or not. All what you need to do, just say Shahada, and then you're fine. That's it. No. Yeah. Anyway, I think.
But amazing thing that, like, it is sold as something so simplistic, almost similar to the Abrahamic faith, but it is so more complex, and like you wanted to like go wash yourself with holy water after
No, there is
really
nothing to do
reading
with
this
Abrahamic
stuff.
faith. What Islam have to do with Abrahamic faith? How? Where?
Yeah, this is actually my last question. So because I think maybe you want to, you know, talk about this topic in your own manner, maybe more than I just gonna stop with this. But so what is this whole story about Ishmael being the source of Islam? Can you talk about that a little?
No, you know, Muhammad, he needed to make himself connected to Abraham, since he was trying to get close to the Jews. So in order to be accepted as a prophet, then you have to come from Abraham. And then the Jews did not accept what he said, did not believe in what he said. Otherwise, you know, I want to ask the Muslims, who want to show me where in the Quran it says that Muhammad is from Ishmael? Any Muslim want to show me where it says in the Quran that Muhammad is from Ishmael? And here you notice right away how the Muslims they are in trouble, because this is the most important book. You see, the God of Islam mentioned that this guy is the son of this guy, the guy is son of guy. How come Muhammad did not say in his Quran that he is the son of Abraham too? If you go in the Quran, we will find the following: that Allah confirmed that the prophethood is from Isaac and Jacob only. When Allah supposedly mentioned where the prophethood will come, it says, and we bestowed on him Isaac and Jacob, and we established the prophethood and the scriptures among his seed. So who is the seeds he's talking about? Jacob.
So they believe the same thing then, that as Christians believe that it came from Isaac, not from Ishmael.
This is what Islam. This is the deception of Islam, is to try to make you believe that we have the same thing.
Yeah.
But Muhammad, he used this just to fool you, to make you say, okay, you see, we believe in Jacob, we believe in Isaac, we believe in Mary, we believe in Isa, we believe in Musa. So what is wrong? Come on, we believe in the same God. No, this is just a deception of the devil to make you believe that he believes in the same as you believe. But if you look with me here carefully, the Quran in this point, it dropped the name in this verse. It dropped the name of Ishmael, but Ishmael is the eldest or the elder, right? Okay.
Verse, because I see Jacob and Isaac, but I don't see
Shouldn't you start with Ishmael if you are counting his seeds?
Oh.
Ishmael is the older.
Okay.
So if Allah here talking about Ishmael, about Muhammad, he will be from Ishmael, he should mention that. Secondly, If Allah is saying that from Ishmael will be prophet, well, this is the verse speaking where the prophet will come. We made in his seeds, and he mentioned Isaac and Jacob, the prophethood. That's it. So Muhammad here in this chapter, here in this verse, he was trying to get close to the Jews, and he knew that the Jews do not approve Ishmael to be anything important.
Okay.
So in this point,
Makes sense.
yeah, in this point, Muhammad, he told them, okay, Jacob and Isaac and etc. prophethood, whatever you wish. But later, when he noticed that they would not agree with him anyway, he said that he started speaking about Ishmael, but nowhere he said in the Quran that Ishmael is a prophet of from him will be a guy. His name is Muhammad. You see, Muhammad, he said that Isa said a prophet will come after me. His name is Ahmad. Even the name there does not make sense, because if Muhammad's name is Muhammad, why Isa call him Ahmad?
Is Ahmad a title too?
Obviously, they are titled because it's mean the praised one, the one people praise.
Ahmad.
So obviously, this is not
Yeah.
this is not a name, because if the Quran is saying that the one will come after Isa, his name is Ahmad. Why Muhammad? His name is Muhammad. You see, a name is a name, unless what is meant here, what is meant here is a title which have a meaning. The name it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you can call a lord with letter, small letter, for the king or the master of a slave. He call his owner lord, but can be God, right? Depend in the location or etc. So here, Muhammad saying that Isa said there is a messenger will come after me. His name is Ahmad. Okay, who is Ahmad?
And they say according to them we have this in Isaiah, which is such a nonsense.
Yeah, look here. This is the Muslim translation. They said a prophet will come after me. His name the praised one. This is alone is a blasphemy against God, because how Muslim they say we don't believe, we don't worship a man, and you say that Muhammad is the praised one. So if Muhammad is the praised one, who is the praised to?
Exactly.
Who is praising Allah then? His name is the praised one. So even his name is against being people who they lie. They say we believe in the oneness of God. Your oneness God is Muhammad, not Allah. He is the praised one. You know?
Yeah. Is that he has 1,000 heads, this monster. Yeah.
Not only that, actually, so listen, Muhammad, Muslims, I can show you right now, Muslim Sunni, not only Shia. They say that Muhammad, this is Sunni, Muhammad, he have 99 names, the same as Allah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you show me that?
Yeah, I will show it.
I never.
I'm searching in Prophet Google.
So he's also and is the same names or different names?
No, but they are very close. Almost sometimes they are the same. This is the 90 names of Allah, the 99 names of Allah and Muhammad. You see it?
No, not yet.
Allah have 99 names. Muhammad have 99 names. They are equal.
Wow.
Yeah. And here they start counting for you the names. Here we go. The names of Allah, 99.
We can't see it on your screen yet. Your books are in.
It maybe take time for loading.
Okay, it's on now. I can see.
Yeah. So Allah have 99 names, and if you scroll down, you will find that Muhammad he have 99 names too. Here we go. They call him Alim. Allah is Alim. Or what they did, they took off the letter L in the beginning, the L. So from Al-Alim, they call him Alim. So Muhammad became Alim. Alim. He is the one who knows everything.
Yeah, Alim. Yeah.
You know, the justice. How Muhammad can be justice? Muhammad is God or is a man? How he can be justice? The only justice is God. So they start counting names for you, and they come with 99 names to make him equal to their God.
Wow.
Yeah. And this is the link.
I never knew.
This is the link. I will post it in the text in the chat so people they can see it.
Wow. Is Al-Makrain also one of his names, or is that all just for Allah?
I think this is one only for Allah, the Maker, the deceiver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hafiz, Imam, Khayyar.
I did not read them all actually, because they are funny and stupid. I mean, look,
Wow.
Muhammad is Muftah. Muftah is the key. Muhammad, one of his name is Muftah. Muftah, what is Muftah mean? Muftah mean the key. Muhammad is the key.
Key?
Yeah, Muhammad is the
What?
key. Muftah. Yeah. And he is Mateen. Mateen, which means he is strong like steel. And he is Mashkur, the one you are thankful for. And he is Mashhud, which means the one who witness for. And he is Mansur, which means the one he is helped or victorious. He is the Ma'mun, the one who is secure. The one who is Ma'loom, the known. Muhammad is the known. So all those names, I mean, look, Muhammad is Mahmud. Mahmud.
And what does Mahdi mean?
Sorry?
Mahdi, what does that mean? Because I saw a name Mahdi in his list.
Yeah, Mahdi, the one who will is well guided.
Okay.
Yeah. So
because you know that's real issue also to get it in Shia Mahdi.
Additional fiction story. The Shia and Sunni, they believe in the Mahdi, but the Mahdi different, and the Shia have different story. The Sunni have different story. It's a collection of fiction and stupidity. You know, Muhammad is Al-Kamil. He is the perfect. Look.
Kamil, yeah.
Kamil, perfect. Muhammad is the perfect. That means he's God. He's the perfect. Muhammad is Jabbar. One of the names of Allah is Jabbar. Al-Kafi, the one who is sufficient.
I have a question.
Allah is sufficient, supposedly.
Scholars, they know all of this. How can they not see that they're deifying their Muhammad? What's going on?
Who said they don't see? But the problem is the Muslims always they face people who know nothing. This is why they debate, and they choose clearly who they want to debate. They debate people who they have no idea what Islam is about.
Or just for themselves. How can they remain? Because everyone is made in the image of God. We want to be truthful to at least what we believe, right? So when they have all this knowledge, how do they not flee Islam and run from it?
No, we are talking about the scholars. The scholars, they know. Majority of Muslims, they have no idea. The majority, they have no idea. Yeah. But the scholars, they are doing business anyway. They are getting the benefit. Big belly, big stomach, 4 wives, big salary. So the mission accomplished. The mission is accomplished. Perfect mission. You know. Yeah. So as you see, and actually there's a hadith where it says that Allah he sent Jibreel, and he said to him, if not you, Muhammad, nothing was created.
Wow.
Let us read together. Here we go. This is the hadith. Hadith lawlaka, and this is sunnah.org. So a Muslim cannot say this is, you know, false. It says that somebody asking, is it true that this hadith says that lawlaka ma khalaqta al-aflak, which mean if not you, no reason for me to nothing to be created if not you? The answer, indeed, the Prophet of Allah, Allah pray on him and salute him, is the reason for a creation of Adam alayhi salam, which means peace on him, and the universe. If the Prophet of Allah, Allah pray on him and salute him, was not existence, then the throne of Allah, the arsh, the chair, the kursi, the lawh, which means the tablet, and the qalam, which means the pen, the skies, the earth, the heaven, the hell, the trees, the stones, and all the creatures will not be exist. Do you see it?
Wow.
Yeah. Muhammad is God. Actually, based on this story, Allah himself is exist for the sake of Muhammad. I mean, what is the benefit of Allah? Just to create all those things for Muhammad, to make Muhammad happy. Allah is Allah himself is a servant for Muhammad to create things for him to make him happy.
Genie in a bottle.
That's so you see here, and they are giving you reference more and more. Like the Prophet of Allah, he said that Allah, he said to him, when Adam made a mistake, he asked, oh Allah, I ask for your sake, for the sake of Muhammad, to forgive me. Allah, he looked at Adam and he says, what? How you recognize Muhammad when I have not yet created him? Adam said, oh Allah, when you have created me and blew into my spirit, I lifted my head and I saw it's written on the throne, Arsh, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Dadulullah. So he saw the name of Muhammad. Okay, so I got to know. So I got to know that you would only join your name with whom or with him who is most beloved to you. See how smart Adam? So now he's asking Allah, please forgive me for the sake of Muhammad. And Allah like, what? How you know? How you know Muhammad, you idiot? Who told you about Muhammad? I did not even create him yet. So he said, no, hold on. When I put my head up, I saw his name in your throne, and I said to myself, must be a very great person for you, and you love him very much. That's why you put your name there. So, and then Allah answers, said, Allah said, "O Adam, you have spoken the truth. Indeed, Muhammad is more beloved to me from anything, and when you ask me for his sake, I burden you." That's it. All right. Yeah. And the same story. Look, here it says Allah revealed to the Prophet Isa. This is Isa, supposed Jesus. It says, "O Isa, have faith on Muhammad." So Jesus have to have faith in Muhammad. He have to. Allah.
What do you mean? Just Isa? What it says? Oh, Adam.
Isa. No. This is about Isa now. Allah, he told Isa, you have to have faith on Muhammad. You have to believe in Muhammad.
Okay.
Okay. And then and he says, and order your ummah, which means your followers, to do the same.
Yeah.
If Muhammad was not to exist, I would not have created Adam, nor I would have made the heaven and or hell. You see, so Allah said to Isa, I created everything for the sake of Muhammad. So tell your people to follow Muhammad, okay?
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we have.
Actually, there was an Iranian judge who told me once, and this was his logic too. I said, why are we women so suppressed in Iran? We have, half the rights. Women can only marry one husband, who even if he abuses her, she's not allowed to leave. But men have, all these questions. He said, well, Allah, he actually will answer you by saying, like, what is that of your concern? I just love men more. This is a judge in Iran. This is a highly educated person who would say such a thing to you. Yeah. But it's all driven from this madness.
All right. Well, I think we have enough for today. It's getting late for you, as I think in your time, you're right. And your dog maybe
it was mind-blowing. Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you so much for giving me a platform to ask all these questions, because these are the questions that I hear many of my Iranian followers ask, and I never knew, and they don't know, because never ever could they ask people about these stuff. They would be, it's not even allowed just in Islam to ask stuff like this. So thank you a lot. I don't know if you want to say something in
That's all. Well, thank you very much for being here, and you can invite your friends if they want to call us, and I will be happy to answer them too.
Sure.
All right.
And also about this video, can you let it on so I can actually download it?
Download it. Yeah, I will leave it for the coming a few hours. You can download it, please.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
God bless you.
Take care. Take care. God bless.
And take care.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. As you see, this is Islam, and we have no sugarcoating. And by the way, Iranian are the biggest converted church in USA. I never saw a convert from the Islamic cult in the size as Iranian. We have Abdul. Yes, Abdul.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Brother, please give me 1 second. I'll get my laptop here. Please, 1 second.
So what you call me if your laptop is not ready? Call me when your laptop is ready.
Okay, give me 1 second.
1 second for a Muslim is 1 century. 1 second. This guy, each time he sees somebody leaving Islam, he get upset. Yeah. See, we have dogs today. We have many dogs are barking. Well, the Muslims in the beginning, they try to deny and to fight, but they cannot do that after all, because they will see that we are not everything we say is we put it in the screen. right? Nothing, no fabrication, no addition, no fiction. We are just putting what is there in their books, what they can say. And remember, yet they will say he's lying. We are showing them in the screen. Everything we say, it's in the screen. And then they will say, liar. You are a liar. You see, he said 1 second. I'm afraid he would do the same as the Muslim sheikh who was debating me. He said he want to go to the bathroom more than 10 years ago. He never came back. Yes, I do.
Brother.
Drink
My brother, are you there?
Drink camel urine for your benefit, your health. I'm worried about you. You're coughing too much.
No, you guys talked so long. Yeah, I was watching TV and said that I was eating some pizzas, but and then I
eating what?
saw that she.
You are eating what?
I tried to quick as possible because I want to bring something up. Just like 5 minutes, man. If you give me just a few seconds, brother.
Go ahead.
Okay, so she was talking like, "Oh, Islam is so oppressive towards women." That's not true. Islam gave so much rights. The first woman, who opened the university, the first university in the world, was created by Muslim women in Morocco.
Really? Oof.
Yes.
First university. A Muslim world, the whole Muslim world, the first university. And what do you teach in the Muslim university?
Say again?
And what do you teach in a Muslim university? How to kill Christians and Jews?
Well, you know why? Because Mohammed, peace be blessed be upon him, he said, find knowledge from the grave to the creator.
Okay, hold on. So, isn't it your prophet said that the one who lead them is if a woman she lead a nation, this nation is going to face a failure?
Are women
yes
allowed
or no?
to,
yes or no?
Well, it's the statistics say otherwise, though. The statistics actually support this.
I'm asking you, did your prophet says that people who allow a woman to lead them, they will be destroyed?
Yes, but are you against this?
Okay, well, hold on. You just said to me that a woman, the first university in the world, which is a big garbage, was created by a Muslim woman. But your prophet says women are stupid, and anyone who listen to them, he's stupid. And if people agree with them, they are stupid. So you are saying to me that you Muslims are a bunch of stupid because you don't agree with your prophet who said women are stupid. So what do you say? Here we go. The hadith in front of you, and this is Sahih al-Bukhari.
1 sec, I'll open YouTube.
And as you see, the Persian and the lady she was talking to me, she was from Persia, and they have a king who is a female, which means a queen.
Yeah.
So you see what Islam did? Iran used to be ruled by a woman. Since Islam came, Iran ruled by idiots. So what you are saying to me is about Allah, he gave the women rights. Khadija herself, she was the boss of Muhammad. Since Muhammad he came and became a prophet, Khadija died, he took her money, he forced the women to wear a bag, a plastic bag made from black. So why you are lying to us? It says Islam gave the woman, Islam gave the women the right to be beaten. Is it true that the Quran says you can beat them?
No, brother. No, Islam.
What?
No, brother. I'm serious, brother.
I'm serious too. Isn't it the Quran says you can beat your wives? Yes or no?
No, because you know why? You know why, brother?
No. So what is verse here saying? Chapter 4, verse number 34. Why you are lying? Why you are lying? Are you a liar?
No, of course not.
Okay, so why you are saying no? Why you are saying no? Are you trying to, do you think you can lie to Christian Prince? Be honest with me. Do you think you can lie to me?
I'm Muslim.
Here we go. It's in front of you. Here we go. Chapter 4, verse number 34. I want you to read it for us. Does it say if a woman you fear that she is disobedient, you fear she did not even became disobedient, you beat them, you scourge them? Yes or no?
Wait, this 34?
Yeah, 4:34. 4:34.
Oh, 4:34. Okay. Men are in charge of women because Allah have made the one of them to excel the other, and because they spend for the properties. So good women are obedient, guarding, and secret. But you as a Christian, I don't see how you against this, because the Bible also says.
Continue reading. Don't stop. Continue reading.
Okay, but okay. So good women are the obedient, guarding in secret that which Allah have guarded. As for those from who you fear rebellion, admonish them and banish them to bed apart and scourge them. Then if they obey you,
what does scourge them mean?
Huh?
What does scourge them mean? My English is not good. What does scourge them mean?
Let me see 1 second.
Are you searching Google now?
No, I have a book, where the meanings of words are, man.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna. A whip used as instrument of punishment. Huh?
What scourge them mean? So your God Allah says scourge the women. So you said to me she open a university, she go home, she get beaten. So what she do go to school? She have pimples in her face and she have a balloon in her head from beating, and she open university. Why you are lying to us? Did you I'm not making fun of your mother, by the way. I'm just asking a question. Did your father ever did your father give your mother once like a blue eye, like he punched her in the eye? Never.
You get a beating for that.
That's mean your father is a disgusting Muslim. He's not a good Muslim. Your father is not a disgusting Muslim. Does that mean that your mother, she was always obedient? That's why he did not beat her?
No, but
well, the Quran says if you fear that they are going to be disobedient for you, what is the solution? Beat them. Obviously, your mother always she obey your father, his God, so she obey him, and this is why he did not beat her, because you said he never gave her a blue eye.
What do you mean by obey?
Well, if you say to your wife, make some tea for me, and she did not go right away, you can beat the hell of her. If you say to your wife, take off your panty, I'm horny, and she refused to do so, you can beat her. Any reason, it's up to you.
So, so good.
What's on? It says obey. So anything you have to do with obedience, anything you say to her, she don't do, you beat her.
But what does the hadith on this verse say? It says otherwise, though.
What otherwise? Where it says no, here we go. The hadith says you beat them until you make your. The hadith says you beat them until you make their skin greener. And here we go. This is the story. The story.
No.
Okay, hold on. I will make you read it. Here we go. Read with me. This is Aisha speaking. I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm not going to talk. I will let you read. Read all the sentence. And I'm listening. Go ahead.
Bro, you have a beautiful voice, man. What if you?
I have
no.
What? I have what?
You have a good voice. You have a beautiful voice, man.
My friend, I'm asking you about women beating. Are you flirting with me now? What my beautiful voice have to do? No. I mean, Muslim women, they flirt with me. Even Muslim men, they want to flirt me live on air. What do you have to do with my beautiful voice?
So
what this have to do with my topic? Why you are saying to me you have a beautiful voice, man?
Okay, I'll read, man. I'll read.
Okay,
Rifa'a divorced his wife, whereupon Abdurrahman bin Az-Zubayr al-Qurazi married her. Aisha said that the lady came wearing green veil to her. Aisha of her husband and showed her green spot on her skin caused by beating. It was a habit of ladies to support each other. So when Allah's messenger came, Aisha said, I have not seen any woman suffering as much as a believing woman. let me see, brother. If I divorce his wife, upon Abdurrahman. Damn, I got booted or something, man. I turn off.
All right, I hear you.
Oh, brother, are you there?
So what
I thought you were. I heard you something.
So what do you say? Did the husband, he beat her until her clothes, her skin became greener than her clothes?
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yeah, Greenville.
So you beat your wife until you make her skin greener than her clothes. What does that mean? And the prophet is there, and the prophet took the side of the man. The prophet, he warned the women not to do that again, and he agreed with the man. So he agreed with the man beating his wife until her skin is greener. Your prophet said in different hadith, don't break their bones, which means you can beat them, but don't break their bones. Beat them, make their skin greener. Did your father make your mother's skin greener before?
No.
What about yellow?
But
what about blue?
When brother, I can't.
What?
But the women, yeah, they used to get what's called the Arabs. They used to put women in sand.
That's a lie. That's a lie. There's no Arab. Here we go. Tell me a story. Who is the Arab they would? How if the Arab they put their women in sand? That means there's no mothers, and we will not be born because no women left. If we don't have women, where we will have babies from? We will download them from the internet. That's a big fat lie.
No, but
the verse about al-maw'uda, it's about the one who is killed. Supposedly God will say to the one who was killed, for what reason they killed you? That's all. It's about a crime committed against an innocent person, have nothing to do with females. Nowhere it says infant. It's a lie.
But you know, in 1 Timothy 2:11 says a woman should learn in quietness and feel submission. I do not permit a woman to teach or have authority over men. She must be silent.
This is in the church when a woman they are talking about making a recipe how to make ice cream or to make salad. So he's saying to them, shut up. This is not the time for that. Either you are a polite and you behave, you are in the house of God, because usually the one who speak about things not in the right time, this is the women. So he's speaking to the women, and the teacher is always the man in the synagogue. This is a Jewish synagogue where always all of them they are Jews, Orthodox Jews. The man is the teacher, the women and the men they are listeners. So there's one guy, his name is Rabbi, and the rest they listen. So women who they are speaking in the church and they have no excuse to do so, then they have. But if you read the whole chapter, you will see that women they can teach. And women, not only that, we have a book, it's called the Book of Judges, where you see that women they are judges. You can see in the Bible that women they are prophets too. So the Bible says women are prophet, women are judges, and we have women like Mary. So did Jesus says to Mary, shut up, don't talk? Mary, she came to him and she asked him to do a miracle. He says, this is not my time. But even though yet he did what she asked him for. So you have a wrong understanding and try to fool yourself. The Quran teaching that the woman she is nothing. Islam teaching that the woman is just a sex toy. This is why Jesus said you marry only one person. One, the man he leave his family, and the women they join together, they became echad. For what? For the God of Christianity teach that the man is the same as a Christ giving himself to the church, and the woman is the same as the church. So in Christianity, women is equal to the church, which is holy for us, while in Islam, women she is just a sex toy. Hello? Did you decide to leave Islam or not yet?
Could you scroll down on the screen?
Oh, okay.
A bit.
All right. There we go. And even here, the story, by the way, your prophet, he forced the women to be raped by the man, because the man, he trying to rape her, even though he is her husband. But you cannot force women into sex. No, in Islam you can. And the prophet said to her clearly, you have to taste his juice. Is that true that your prophet says to this woman that she have to taste his juice, and he have to taste her juice?
Let me read, man.
Hmm.
I don't know.
And the prophet said to her, you need to know you cannot get back to your previous husband. So the whole story is what? This woman, she don't want this man, she want to marry a different man. So Muslims are forcing a woman to have sex with the man she don't want him, and Muhammad take the side of the man who want to rape her. Read carefully. Muhammad said, not me. Then you know that it is unlawful for you to remarry Rifa. Rifa is a previous husband. Muhammad, he come with the rule that if your father divorced your mother 3 times, she cannot go back to him unless she sleep with different guys. Is that correct?
No, that's unlawful for you.
So you
yeah,
agree.
probably. Man.
So what do you think about the prophet saying you cannot go back to the man who you married before unless you have intercourse with the new man? What is the wisdom of that?
No, it doesn't say. It says 3 times.
Okay, he divorced her 3 times, and now she marry a new husband, and Muhammad saying you cannot go back to the previous husband unless you have bing bing boom boom with this guy.
Yes.
So why she became lawful for him to the previous husband if the guy do boom boom? What is the logic? Like the boom boom will certify her to be a wife again for him?
No,
Like
no.
This is what it says. Read it. You cannot get back unless he do boom boom to you.
Yeah, but this thing is talking about
she wanna go back to her previous husband. Do you see? You cannot remarry Rifa. This is the previous husband, so she cannot go back to the previous husband unless she do boom boom. So now tell me what the boom boom will do to her. How that will make her lawful to go back to previous husband?
Because if she does that, her previous husband will accept her.
If she does what?
So let's say I am with a woman, yeah.
And who is the woman? Who is the woman there? You are the woman, or and she is the man, or who is the man? I'm confused.
No, I'm the man.
I don't know, because you say to me you have a beautiful voice, so I'm not sure now.
No, I didn't say nothing, man.
Okay, you did not say. Okay, yeah. My ears was okay, no problem. Yeah, it was Jibril saying that. Okay. Okay. So are you saying the Quran? Are you saying the Quran did not say that a woman, if she is divorced 3 times, she have to have sex with a new additional guy so she can go back to the previous guy? Are you denying?
I think there's some righteousness in that.
What is the righteousness? Okay, so you divorce your wife 3 times, and now she have to go and take off her panty and go to my bedroom. I sleep with her. She can't go back to you. What is the righteousness about that?
No, she doesn't have to do that.
She have to. Here we go. Your prophet saying that. Read it, my friend. Read it. If you want, he said, you know that it is unlawful for you to remarry Rifa unless you do boom boom with Abdul Rahman. So what the boom boom of Abdul Rahman will do to this woman to make her lawful for her previous husband? Tell us.
It's like a test.
Testing what? Testing her vagina?
No.
Well, he's doing boom. He is doing boom boom where?
Divorce, and then we marry again, and we divorce, we marry again, we divorce, we marry again.
You Muslims, okay. If Islam is against divorcing and remarrying, well, why you Muhammad allow you to divorce and marry as much as you wish? Still, this one will not prevent you, because still you can have her back. All what you need to do, she go sleep around again, and she come back to you. And now she became more of a whore because she's sleeping around in order to come back to you. So you made her a whore, so everybody can jump on her. What is the wisdom? You made her sleep with other guys so she can go to the previous guy. And what's her fault?
No,
She is not the one who divorced. It's the husband who divorced. So now your prophet is punishing who? Is punishing the women or the man? The one who will do boom boom to her is her, not him. What about your prophet says if you divorce your wife 3 times, we will let them do boom boom to you. And then he will not do that. Because now you punish the women. The woman, she is the one who is going to have sex with a strange man she don't like. As you see, he's beating the hell of her.
Yeah.
What?
But it's like if they marry and divorce 3 times, it's just chaotic, man. It's not good for the family. And then it's the best to divorce.
Is it good for a family to allow a man to marry many women and divorce him 3 times? Why your prophet allow you to divorce him 3 times? Why he allow it? And now the man who divorced 3 times, she marry new husband, she go back to him, he divorced her again and again and again. So go, she sleep with other man, she come back to him, he divorced this. So your religion did not stop divorce. Your religion increasing the divorce, encouraging divorce.
No, but it's like a test for the man.
Test for what? The man, he have nothing. He's doing nothing. He just get a woman in his bed. Okay, divorce. You go sleep around and come back to me after 2 months. What test?
Well, if the man,
let me ask you,
marry...
why your prophet said that she have to taste his juice? What kind of a prophet he said to a woman, you have to taste his juice? What is juice?
That shit ain't oral, man. That shit ain't oral. It's just like meaning intercourse.
So in Islam, when you do intercourse, you taste the juice.
What do you mean by that, man? No, it's not like in the mouth.
Don't tell me. Don't ask me.
But,
ask your prophet. I'm asking you. Here we go. Your prophet. He says you have to taste his juice. His sweet juice, and you have to taste his sweet juice. What juice we're talking about?
They know. I know how to explain.
How old are you?
Say again?
What do you mean you don't know? It's obviously he's talking about tasting the sperm.
No, but look, if you're gonna marry,
okay, what about we go?
What
about we go to the dictionary? Here we go. The word here is asila.
Whenever I explain, you
see,
talk over me,
the word here is usayla. Huh? So if we go to the dictionary right now, what we will find? What this word mean? Usaylatuha wa asilatahu. What does that word mean? Does it mean sperm? Orgasm?
Yes.
So your prophet saying you have to test his orgasm?
Why?
You tell me. You just said yes, not me. So why your prophet saying you have to test his orgasm? How she can be lawful?
Why?
How she can be lawful if she swallow his orgasm?
No, but that's the point, isn't it? If you divorce 3 times,
this is the point. Guys, this is the point.
This is the point.
Guys, did you hear it? This is the point. The point is that in Islam we teach a man to swallow the orgasm of a man, and the man have to swallow the orgasm of the women. This is what you said. You just said this is the point. I am asking you why she have to swallow his orgasm. You said this is the point. This is what you said.
Because a man isn't gonna marry her when she went with another man and then did that stuff.
What does she is his wife now? She is his wife. She, in order to come back to the previous husband, she have to test the sperm of the new husband. Why?
But most men aren't gonna accept her. Like
doesn't matter what man accept her. You Muslims, you marry anything. Even a goat walking down the street, you would take her. What are you talking about? I'm asking you here. Muslims, you marry anything. Any woman she offer herself, you take her, especially if she have money. Don't give me now, school me. Now here it says you cannot remarry the previous husband unless you taste this guy juice. What that will do? She have intercourse with him, and now she have to test. She have to test his orgasm. Why?
Well, so here's the point. If you marry and divorce 3 times, right? It's like chaotic, man. It's not good for the family, and then it's just time to go. You gotta find someone else.
But why you need to taste her juice? What is that? I'm not asking you time to go. What time to go? You made the women as a hooker. Today she is here, tomorrow she is there. This is what Islam is about. There's no marriage. This is why we keep saying in Islam they don't believe in marriage, they believe in a contract. It's a sexual contract. And now Muhammad put in now the rules of the sexual contract. You have to taste the juice, because if you don't give him taste the juice, that's mean he did not have fun. Is that correct? You agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
no.
Okay, my friend. Thank you very much for calling.
Thank you, brother.
Oh boy. And this is what is missing. Men, they are saying to me, you have a beautiful voice. I'm going to throw up. What a cult. What a cult. Anyway, guys, I don't know. How many of you here is first time? How many of you are first time here? If you are first time, I advise you to leave and not to come back, because you will be addicted. I'm warning you. Okay. So, don't forget, please, to subscribe. And if you already subscribed, don't forget to unsubscribe. And this is the way you can get the blessing of Allah, because Allah, He give you double deeds. If you make like one good deed can erase two bad deeds. So do this: make a bad deed by subscribing, and then unsubscribe. Then Allah will put in your credit two deeds. So imagine if I can do that in the bank. I put $1, then I withdraw, and then the bank, they will put $2 instead of the dollars I take off, and then I put it again, and I take it again. By the end of the month, I will have a lot of money in the bank. Very smart religion. All right. I want to marry you. So don't forget to subscribe, and the video will not stay long for an hour channel. So if you like what we do, please really subscribe. You are welcome. And feel free to download my videos. They are for free for everybody. I don't care really. Actually, I encourage you to download them, put them in your channel. I'm not like others who get angry if people download his videos. The point is to spread the truth, and the truth will set you free. And let us be serious in the chat, please. Show respect. Always here, we notice that the Muslims, when they speak to us, how much they are confused, and how much they are into fabricated stories. So, brother, the first university in the world was made by a Moroccan woman. True story, brother. She opened university and she is wearing the burqa, and she was beaten at home, and her husband called her half brain. Yeah. There's a lot of things you see in the media trying to fool you. You see, the Middle East, the reason the Middle East is beyond the cave time, because women is held inside bags. Not burqa, this is a bag, because she is buried alive. Women is the half of the society. So you don't allow them to go to school. You don't allow them to take education. You don't allow them to be smart. The point, by the way, they don't want the women to be smarter than them, because the man, he want to be in control. If she is smart, she will be smart. She will question. She will ask. She will know, and that's not good. How the man can be in control? If we open a university where people they can learn the real knowledge, then how a fool, he call himself imam, he can claim to be a knowledgeable person, because everybody there will laugh at him. So in order to keep them under control, we say to them, the only knowledge we need is about Allah and Islam, brother. All other knowledge is not needed. They curse the kuffar. The kuffar are useless. There's no need for them. And then they buy your TV, they buy your phone, they buy your internet. But everything they have in their life to make them happy is made by the kuffar. Nothing make a Muslim happy in his life is made by Muslims. This is the truth, including chocolate. Even candies is not made by them. There is a Muslim from who live in England. The stupid English people, they give him citizenship. He stand next to a bunch of cows. Let me see if I can find the video. I don't know if it's flagged. Let me see. So in his video he was saying, brother Thithar, look at those cows. Those cows are more useful than the infidel, the kuffar. Let us see. And behind him there is a Mercedes Benz, and he's holding a phone, and he's using a camera. All is made by the kuffar, and the kuffar are like cows. The cows is more useful. They give milk. What the kuffar do? Nothing. I will try to find the video. I don't know if they took it down. Let us see. Yeah, I cannot find it. Maybe they took it down. But anyway, this is their idea that they are the best of mankind, and their prophets say to them that Muslims are the best of mankind. This is why they have authority to enslave you. Islam is totally different from what you hear from politically correct media forms. Absolutely, they teach you nothing but false news. That is the truth about Islam. This is their books, and this is their prophet, and this is their Quran. The best of mankind is those Muslims, chapter 3, verse number 110. Okay, what is the best about them? Is the one who bring who? Mankind, with the chains around their necks till they embrace Islam. You will never see that in your CNN TV. You will see that a program says ISIS is not Islam. You will see someone like James White who claimed that he is a person, a Christian who defend Christianity, but the fact is not. He says ISIS is not Islam, and whoever says ISIS defends Islam is lying. Be aware, my friend, from false teachers. Our Lord the Messiah said, be aware of false prophet and false teachers who come to you in a clothes of a sheep, but in fact they are wolves. Be aware. And here we say things as it is, with no makeup. No makeup. Which is one more worse? Both of them, they are. It is one coin have two faces. So if you ever thought that the Shia is better than the Sunni, you are mistaken. Shia are actually more dangerous because they play nice. They are very good actors until they are the upper hand, and then you will see what they will do to you. When Shia, they were not in control of Iraq. They were sheep. They speak to the Sunni. We are brothers. We both love the Prophet. The second George Bush gave them the authority to take over the country, they start humiliating the Sunni. Just 1 day different between yesterday and the day after. 1 day. The Shia who was humiliated for 1,000 years, it is their turn to humiliate the Sunni. So both of them are the same. So when I am stronger, I will humiliate everybody. When I am weak, I am a sheep. Dawah man cow. Okay, let's see. Look like somebody he found it. Thank you for searching. Dawah man cow. Yeah, I saw the video. Actually, I was going to make a video about it, but you know, YouTube will. Yeah, here we go. This is the video. This guy was speaking about that we are like cows. You should download this video, actually, all of you. He was talking about the cows, that cows are better than us. And look, he have a Mercedes Benz. He's driving Mercedes Benz. And he is saying, what the benefit of the kuffar? Like Mercedes Benz is made by the Muslim, by the way. Look at the cows. They are better than the kuffar. Actually, let me download it. I will download. You should, every one of you actually download it and share it around. This is the truth about Islam. This is the link. All of you download it and share it around. And underneath, put disclaimer and make it clear that this is what the Muslim says about us. No, they are not stupid. The stupid is the one who gave them citizenship. This is what he believes. The stupid is the country who gave him citizenship and let him live there, and he hate us, and he is saying, that's, you know, when you teach such a teaching, what does that mean? Go and kill them like cows. He is not the stupid. The stupid is the country, the government, the people who gave them citizenship. They are doing what they believe. And actually, this man is more truthful from other Muslims. He is saying what he believes. No, we don't teach violence here, my friend. Don't say that word in my chat. Stupidity is the reason of the problems. Anyway, guys, we will leave this video for a few hours, so please download the video, share it with your friends, and I'm talking about my video, not this guy video now. Share it with your friends, post it in your YouTube channel, and I hope mostly tomorrow I'm not going to go live on air, but if I can, I will, but maybe not. Give you a break of me. All right. Mahdi, Saddam, he killed many Shia after the USA armed them. Before the Shia never dared to open their mouth. Give me a break. Saddam, he started that because the war is two-part. George Bush the father and George Bush the son. So give me a break, Abdul. You Shia never open your mouth, never dare to open your mouth all your life during Saddam Hussein until George Bush the father come. And then when he became weak in certain areas, and the American, they armed you. Even the war now, which happened in Iraq, the Shia, they came and they kissed the shoes of George Bush to go and free them from the dictator Saddam Hussein. And a day after he free you, you ask the American to leave. This is what the Shia do. They play taqiyya. All right. Anyway, guys, I think we have enough for today. Thank you very much for being here. May the Lord bless you. And until we see you soon again, Christ is Lord, Islam is false. And take care. Bye-bye.